On the 27th of March, Lilith will enter Scorpio, where she will stay until the 20th of December 2025. So what does it mean? This is what we're going to find out. Lilith was here in the beginning, and in the beginning there was only Lilith. There was no Adam in Lilith. I'm saying this because Lilith is one of the oldest goddesses depicted in human history. She has been depicted in several cultures through times, and she has been here for centuries, even before the Catholic Church. However, when the Catholic Church came along, they wanted to institute a patriarchy in which men would be on top and in control, and women would have to submit to men's rule. So Lilith obviously was not in alignment with the patriarchy plans. She was a threat. She was a goddess that instituted a belief in which women could be in power, in which women could be in control, in which women could be warriors and strategists, and that was against the patriarchy's plan. So they created this story in the Bible in which Lilith was depicted as the first wife of Adam that was cast out from paradise because she didn't want to submit and obey to Adam the way God has decreed that she should. She was so influential during that time that the Catholic Church actually thought that she was important enough to be mentioned and to have her own story in the Bible. A story that would clearly send the message that they don't approve this type of feminine archetype. They do not want women who are disobedient or who don't want to submit to men, and they approve Eve, which is made from the Adam's rib, and she's there to serve him, to support him. She's not trying to be in control. So she's depicted as the perfect woman, and Lilith is depicted as the disobedient woman who not just was cast out, but also was punished. Actually, it's even wrong to speak about masculine and feminine archetypes, because when we speak about masculine and feminine archetypes, we derive all our knowledge and all our idea of the feminine and masculine from the patriarchy, from the Catholic Church, from this aggressive type of religions and cultural enforcements that came during more or less that period, in which defined very strict, very aggressive gender roles, in which men could only be one thing and women can only be a certain thing, in which men displaying feminine characteristics were cast out and shunned upon, and women displaying masculine characteristics were seen as undesirable and disobedient. Most of the depictions of Lilith, although, describe Lilith as being more animalistic-like, more primal-like, more shadowy, more in the dark side. And it's true. Lilith, when expressed in its lower manifestations, can give rise to all kind of negative, destructive type of behaviors. Can give rise to animalistic behaviors, to sadism, to bestiality, to revenge, anger, rage, all kind of sexual deviations, to rape, to abuse. And the reason why Lilith is giving us the most negative manifestations is as well because Lilith has been suppressed by the patriarchal type of cultural reinforcements. And when something is suppressed, when something is forced to hide, it becomes our shadow side, and it expresses itself in a most demonic and more possessive-like instead of a more positive manifestation. And Lilith, when it is not expressed, when it is excluded, when it is cast out, it can really overpower you. It can really lower you to the lowest manifestation that a human being can get. It can really bound you to the earthly realms and bound you to a karmic cycle here on earth. So it is very important that we work with our Lilith side, that we take the time to get to know it, to incorporate it, to express it. Otherwise, it will tend to overpower us and take control of us anyway and express itself in the most negative and destructive way. However, for those who are already working well with Lilith energy, who are already incorporating Lilith characteristics, Lilith can become a gateway to break the karmic cycle here on earth and to ascend and reconnect back with our soul, with our true nature, to end the repetitive karmic manifestations here. And why? Because Lilith helps you to connect with your true authentic self. And when you embrace and love who you truly are, when you accept it without judgment, when you give it space to express in the right way, in the correct way, you become yourself again, who you were in the beginning as a soul. And you are able to transcend and ascend the physical body and the physical realm here on earth. So in essence, Lilith can become a gateway that can help you to break the karmic cycle of reincarnation here on earth, by helping you to reconnect with your true self, which is your soul, that is created at the image of the Creator, and it is the Creator itself. And your soul that don't have a gender, a race, a political, social, or cultural alliance. Your soul that doesn't have a limit, that it encompasses all and includes it all. And when you reconnect and you express your Lilith energy in a positive way, in the right way, in the most higher manifestation that it can get, this can help you to really ascend and transcend your physical body and to reconnect with your God-like self. However, if you don't express this energy in a responsible way, you can also, in other way, end up devolving instead of evolving. You may end up becoming even more entrapped in this earthly realm, even more entrapped in these karmic manifestations, because you will be expressing the most bestial and animalistic side of Lilith, which can really overpower you to the physical body. It can really overpower you to the cycle of karma, and really entrap you here on earth and really devolve you. So it's very important to work well and responsibly with Lilith energy. So Lilith in Scorpio. Lilith in Scorpio is where she can become her most true and most authentic and most raw self. Because Scorpio is such an intensely focused sign that it doesn't know boundaries, it doesn't know limits, it doesn't know where the line is. It's willing to die and be reborn in order to be able to transcend. And here is where Lilith will not be concerned about social masks, about social boundaries and social limitations, about other people's opinions. Her only concern here will be to get to the true core and true essence of things and be able to express them fully and authentically and be able to taste everything fully and authentically. And she will not be afraid of death. She will not be afraid of danger. She will be able to and willing to cross it all, face it all in order to get to where she wants to get, either for the best or for the worst. So it's very important that during Lilith in Scorpio, we check ourselves to work responsibly with this energy. Because when this energy is unchecked, and when you have a lot of Lilith energy that's been suppressed, that's been shunned, that's been excluded and cast out, when you have a lot of Lilith parts that you do not accept in yourself, this can become truly dark, and it can really come back at you and overpower you completely and possess you completely, to the point of some people becoming just like demons during Lilith in Scorpio transit. And just to give people an example here of what I'm talking, for example, if where you were young, you were not allowed to express yourself in your career and you wanted to pursue, imagine, some artistic career, and you end up in a line of job that was accepted by your family, like a lawyer or like medicine, but it's not something you truly love, you may become here revengeful towards those people and towards anybody. You can become obsessed with power and with money and with getting a controlling power over other people in order to get your power back. And this is a lower manifestation because you're not really getting what you truly wanted in the beginning. You just compensated for something you didn't got to have by getting revenge on other people and by becoming yourself, over controlling, overpowering other people and punishing other people for taking your power away, but taking theirs away. Or for example, imagine if you fall in love when you were young with somebody who were not socially accepted by your peers, by your family, by your groups, and you end up marrying with just the right type that everybody loves, and you may become revengeful towards that person by cheating on them, by developing all kind of fetishes, and by shaming that love and those desires in yourself, by developing sexual perversions and mistreating yourself and even the people that you firstly felt attracted upon, as casting them out as being undesirable and placing your hatred on them and not really truly accepting those desires in yourself. Just to give some example of how this can manifest. And people here can really become obsessed with revenge, with possessions, with power, with punishing other people. They can become really sadistic, really start enjoying causing suffering and seeing other people suffering to the point of masochism. And so it's very, very important that we check our shadow self here, and that we're able to work with it and incorporate with it positively. And of course, if you work, and we all have a shadow side. Even the most enlightened healer and shaman and astrologer in this earth has a shadow side. We all have a shadow side because we have a subconscious mind, and we do not always know what we suppress in there. So it's safe to say that during the transit of Scorpio and Lilith, we will all come face to face with some ugly things about ourselves or about the world, because we live in a crowded society. Even if we do everything right, somebody else may just come and just act or behave in a way that will cause us trauma, that will cause us fear, that will leave us shocked. So during Lilith in Scorpio, we will have to deal with some very dark, some very negative things about ourselves, come face to face with them, and also about people around us. And the way we react and the way we transcend, the way we transmute those situations is what will determine if we can really transcend with this transit, or if we will just further devolve with this transit by allowing yourself to be bound and entrapped in the most negative manifestations of human beings. So in a higher manifestation, working with this energy can really help you to transcend, like I said, any limitations, because you will become unstoppable. You can really become empowered during this transit, and you can really take control back of your life and of yourself. You can really unbound yourself fully. If you are entrapped, if you are in a situation where you think you for a long time had no exit, if you feel like you have been suppressed, denied your truest expression, the things you truly want, during Lilith in Scorpio, you may reconnect back with a power that can help you to break through any limitations, break down any walls, and achieve anything you would like. And if you use this energy responsibly, you can really transcend the physical, karmic, bodily type of limitations by reconnecting with your soul self, by reconnecting with your creator self, with your godlike self, and transcend and transmute into a higher manifestation of the soul of human being. So what a positive manifestation example of working well with Lilith energy would be like. So imagine going back to that story of having something that you love to do, imagine artistically, and you didn't get to do it, and unfortunately you have to follow a career that pleased your parents or family or society. Now that you're older and you're going through this transit, instead of directing your hatred to punishing those people and everybody who suppress you or you think is taking power of you by taking the power away, maybe you can allow yourself some time to express yourself artistically, to do a course, to find some time to do that dancing classes you want so badly to do, to paint some portraits that you wanted so badly to do, to change your wardrobe and express yourself in the way you wanted to express, by giving that space for you to do those things that you have suppressed in the night. And if you are ashamed of it because you have adopted this shame from your parents or from your family, to be able to be brave enough to release that shame and to adopt these things as your identity, saying, this is what I like to do, this is who I am, and I'm not ashamed of it, and I'm going to do it, no matter who likes it or not. This is a very positive manifestation. Or for example, if it is for love, because If you fall in love by somebody that was culturally or socially unacceptable, and you end up shaming that in yourself and in them, is first to accepting that you love certain type of people, that you have certain type of sexuality desires that you would like to try, and to accept them as okay in you, and to try to work in a responsible way without hurting anybody, to try to express those desires, to give those desires a space to express and to exist. Allow yourself to fall in love for that special type of person that you always wanted to fall in love with, and not be ashamed of it. If you're a man that love men, just be okay with it and say you love men. If you're a woman that love women, be okay with it and be brave enough to step forward and show and accept that you love women, instead of suppressing those desires and start getting revenge on your heterosexual partner because they are not the type of person you wanted to end up with. If you love somebody from a different race, be okay with it. Treat these people with respect and accept them as somebody you love and desire, not as a fetish that you want to spend some time hidden with, watching some porn movies in a hidden place. Just come forward and be okay to meet somebody like that and treat them with respect, the same respect you would have for somebody that is socially acceptable for you or for your family, and to be able to love them and to accept them in your life and get the space to get to know this person. This just to give some examples. If there are part of you that you have been ashamed of, if you have not been assertive, if you have been submissive, if you have not been allowed to express your voice, during Lilith in Scorpio, you will have this chance to not give a damn and just do it anyway. So guys, I hope you really enjoy this transit and you take advantage of it, because it's truly special one. But be ready. You will come face to face with some turbulence, with some really difficult things, but use them as a stepping stones to ascend. Use them as a stepping stone, as lessons to make yourself stronger and to find those way outs of any dark room you may have hidden yourself at, or that you may be entrapped with. Follow the light. In the darkest night, follow the light. Follow the stars, and you will find your way out. And remember, a remedy for all problems is first self-forgiveness and self-love. Take care of yourselves.